Hello everybody, this is the second time I'm making this tutorial. The first one went 41 minutes and I'm sure nobody wants to watch somebody sketch for 41 minutes, so I'll try to make this one a little bit quicker. Um, I'm self-taught in SolidWorks, so if this doesn't seem like textbook, it's because I had to teach myself. I went through thousands of videos that were no words or just bad videos. So hopefully this one won't join those. So let's get started. I hope not to go too quick but I don't want this to go for 41 minutes. So let's start. I'm going to go into, just start a whole new program. Don't save. New. Poly. Okay, so whenever you're starting a sketch, you always need a plane. So here's your three basic planes. When you start modeling, you're going to have to build more, and I'll go over a tutorial on that. So on this one, just sketch here. Whenever I do, you click on it, and it'll give you the option to sketch. Or you could just click on the actual plane and hit sketch. But we'll just go over line tool. So you click, and you see how it wants to click again. So just click, and then I can finish. You can also click once, drag, and then hold your right mouse and then let go, and that won't give you the option to go again, which is good sometimes if you just need one line. We also have the center line, which is very useful for, like it says, center. Find the center of anything and putting a line down there, because sometimes you might need to put a point or something in the middle of this, and it always gives you the center of that line. That line always has a center. It doesn't matter how small it is, it always shows the center. So that's useful. It's also useful for putting relationships on something. Like if I wanted this line to be on the center of this, I could just hit that and give it like that. Now it has a center point relationship. See, now it's always in the center, the line, and there's so much more that could be said for this center line. It's also construction geometry, but the center line just very, very useful. The circle is pretty basic. You click once and let go of your mouse, and then click again when you find about the diameter of the circle you want. And you can always type in here, this is your radius, so you just times it by 2 to get your diameter. But I normally just take my rapid dimension tool and just pull out a dimension for that. And now the next one is the circle tool, but we're going to go with the 3-point perimeter circle. And this is good if you want something tangent. If you want a circle tangent to a line, you just click once, click twice, and then you need a third point and click there. So now this is completely tangent to these three lines, and you can make it tangent just to one line if you wanted, just like that. I click once and I click again. Now this is tangent. No matter what I do to this circle, it will always stay tangent. This one won't move because it's fully defined. The square will, because it's not defined. Next one is the spline tool, which is very useful for making curves. SolidWorks, I think, has a great spline tool compared to like NX9. It's got the studio spline, which I really don't like, but I haven't used it that much. But the spline tool is just like that. What it says it does is a curve, and you can pull the handles. You can also put relationships on these handles if you needed to. You click on that and you can give it a horizontal or vertical relationship. And what you can also do is right click on it, then right click on it and go to display control polygons, and you just can be able to get more control with this than those handles, and I use this one a lot. dial spline is good too, but I don't use it that much. I just use the one I showed you, but this is kind of the same thing. And equation driven, we won't go over that today. Center point arc is just an arc defined by 3 points and a radius. You just pull your radius to what you want and click. So that's a 3-point click. And a tangent arc just stays tangent. That will always be tangent. I don't use this one that much. And center point arc, use that sometimes. Just arc 1, 2, and then 3. And the square rectangle tool, there's 3 types. The one I chose is this corner rectangle. Click once, click twice. Then you have the center point rectangle, which gives you these construction lines so that if you were to pull, if this was fixed onto something and you were to pull, it stays the same. Unlike this one does not. And this 3-point, these are more for angled. If you have an angled square you need. And this one, same thing for angle squares or rectangles, just like that. It's huge. And the ellipse tool is pretty basic. 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, and you can define it. You can also move anything you want after, but this one, if it's not constrained properly, it likes to move all over the place. And the point tool is good for adding points. Say I wanted to add a point there, just to make it easier to click on, I can do that. And you can add a point for a lot of things. It's really good in 3D Sketch, which we'll go over later. But say I needed to know, I wanted to make a certain dimension between these two, and that's the way you do that. And mirror entities is, first I have to have some entities on the thing. So let's just put something here, put a circle, and you always need a line to define where you're going to mirror across. So for the mirror tool, you just mirror entities, and here you just select what you want to mirror, and now it has that blue arrow on the right side of that mouse. That means I could just right click and then I could select my center line, and that's how you use that. And now if I wanted to do it again, I just select the mirror tool, I select 1, select 2, don't move your mouse, and then right click and then select this, and that's that. And whatever happens to one will happen to the other. And these we'll go over later. This is for more feature. Mirror, linear, so a linear sketch pattern, just select it, and here also you need to have directions on which way you want to go. And here you just entities to pattern, you select this, and now it automatically found this relationship. And if this is the wrong direction, you could just switch it here, and this is the distance in between each instant, and you can put how many you want, and you can always pull this thing and move everything that way, but I like to use it here because it's a lot more precise. And that's the mirror. And if you wanted to go in this direction, the Y direction, you can just click on this one and make it more than one, and then it'll put how many you want. And same thing, how many instances you want of that, how many distance apart you want. And that is the linear tool. And we can go over the circular tool. Circular patterns, pretty basic. Just got to select where you want to circle around. So we'll select that point. And entities to pattern. And we'll select this. And maybe I'll get these others out of the way so we can see better. And select, oops, circular pattern. Select point I want to revolve around. Entities I want to revolve. And that's that. And you could go 180 or you can go 360 for the spacing. And how many you want. And this just moves that point there. Oops. So you can just move this and put it wherever you want. Sometimes when we're modeling we have points and you can just bring it right to that point. And that's the circular tool. So, and to accept it, if this is what you want in the linear and in the circular pattern and pretty much everywhere in SolidWorks, there's always a green check here, there's a green check here, and I always keep a green check here because it's quicker than going all the way around. And for all these sketch entities, I always have everything right here. I barely ever go over here because it's a lot quicker just to go right here, and I have all the stuff I need here, and then on the shortcut I have here. So that's basically it. I want to keep this a little bit shorter than the other one, so thank you, and I hope I didn't move too quick. The smart dimensions right here, and that just basically clicks on things and gives you a dimension. So thank you very much for watching and have a good day.